It's been a few days since the third fighter showcase has taken place, and the one thing that I noticed about this showcase, rather than the other two, was the backlash that this one had in particular. A lot of people were saying that they were disappointed in this showcase. I'm going to kind of dive deep into why that is. But before I do that, I want to say this. It doesn't matter what boxing game you play. And I'm going to actually make a video diving deep into this conversation. But a boxing game is going to always cater to two types of people. Because there are two types of people in boxing, period. In any sport. There are the hardcore fans and they are the casuals who only really tune in into the big fights. With that being said, let's convert that into the roster, into the third fighter showcase that we have seen. A lot of people, including myself, was expecting Canelo Alvarez. Now, unfortunately, he wasn't announced in the third showcase, but would I say that was a letdown or a disappointment? No. We have a lot of gems in that third fighter showcase. But to the casuals though, they may not know half of the people that were even announced in this showcase. Some people wouldn't even know who Larry Holmes is. To us, as boxing fans, we know how big it is to have Larry Holmes in the game. Me myself, I didn't even know who Larry Holmes really was outside of the fact that he had that fight with Ali and Mike Tyson. That's what a casual would think whenever they see Larry Holmes. They wouldn't know Larry Holmes was 48-0. He was on the pace of beating Rocky Marciano's record for 49, and he was on a pace for being 50-0, bro, as a heavyweight. He was going to break Rocky's record for being 49-0. But they wouldn't know that. And I think that is the disconnect between the showcase. There was a lot of great players being announced. Some people probably don't even know who Sebastian Fundora is. Great fighter. Great up-and-coming fighter. The real fans, we know the real truth. Playing against this dude in ESBC is going to be a huge pain. We know that. But they ain't gonna know that though. Bro, we got Ali and Sugar Ray Leonard. How is that a disappointment? Do you know how hard it is to get Ali? Ali is like the greatest of the greatest of the greatest. If you're talking about in terms of top 3 fighters ever or top 5, Ali is in that list. I guess the problem is people care more about the current stars. But guess who the current stars really cater to? Current stars really cater to the casuals. It caters to us as boxing fans as well, but they really know the Terrence Crawfords, the Errol Spence, the Sean Porters, the AJs, the Tyson Furies, the Wilders, the Lomachenko, Teofimos, right? They only know those names. But if you mention somebody like Larry Holmes, who is this? I never heard of this dude ever in my life. They're not going to cherish, in my opinion, they're just not going to cherish those fighters like how they would cherish current stars. And current stars is good for boxing anyway because it's going to bring that attention regardless. You have Caleb Plant in your game. He's about to be set to fight Canelo in September. That's going to be probably the second biggest fight of the year, alongside of Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. That's gonna be the second biggest fight of the year, right? So current stars is gonna bring that attention. So is it a bad thing that these casuals, they only care about the current stars? No, because at the end of the day, guess what? That's bringing more fans to boxing. At the end of the day. And don't take it like I'm calling you casuals as like, yeah, I don't know anything about boxing. When I say casuals, I mean people who kind of dabble into boxing, if you will, right? They They know what's going on, but they're not really in a mix like you know, the real hardcore fans are. And just because they are casuals don't hurt nobody. That's gonna help ESBC and it's gonna help boxing, period. But to wrap this all up, was this third fighter showcase a disappointment to the real hardcore fans? Probably not. It wasn't to me. I enjoyed it. But to somebody who was kind of expecting somebody else to be named, it may be a disappointment to you. And y'all have to understand too, this is not the last fighter showcase. Bro, do you understand where we are at right now? This is pre-early access, bro. Everything that we're seeing is early access, pre-early access. We still have to reach early access, then we still have to reach the game. This ain't the last fighter showcase, bro. It's gonna be 1,000 more, because we have 3 months of the early access, and you think they're not going to announce any boxers during the early access? You're crazy. And we have the game. Trust me, it's a lot more boxers to be announced between now and whenever the game come out. There's so many boxers that ESBC can sign right now. Like example, Tevin Farmer. He follows the ESBC. He knows about ESBC. I can see him being signed real soon, right? Chris Bird, I believe he also know about ESBC. Another one, right? And since they have Terrence Crawford, I'm pretty sure they're gonna have Eric Spence. There's so many boxers that's not in ESBC right now that knows about ESBC, that's probably bound to be in ESBC right now. With that being said, as always, I will always tell you guys to leave y'all thoughts and opinions down in the comment section. Was the third fighter showcase a disappointment to y'all? Do y'all agree about the points that I am making? Like I said, don't take it, when I say casuals, don't take it like I'm calling y'all a casual as in y'all don't know anything about boxing. Because at the end of the day, casuals can help boxing. ESBC can help boxing, right? So let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section. But it's your boy Remy. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. And I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.